Hello traders and welcome back to the weekly Forex analysis. In this video we'll be diving into an in-depth technical analysis of the latest trends and price predictions for the week ahead, and we'll do a short review for every pair that we analyzed last week. And our previous analysis video, you can find it in the link in the video description below if you want to see how our analysis performed last week. So let's not waste any more time and jump off to the DXY. And as you remember, last week I was saying that DXY could continue its way up to crawl its way in a slow manner that will indicate that the trend is dying out before going into a bearish move, which I predicted to reach at least this trend line here. This is only a consolidation in the long run for DXY, so I'm expecting here some sort of a messy movement that could reach this trend line, even break it at some point to trap some sellers inside here before pushing back up. Don't forget that this trend is pretty strong, so we need a deeper consolidation. So all of these small pullbacks that we encountered along the way were pretty small, so I'm expecting here something deeper to occur before the trend to resume towards the upside. So with that being said, if you get here a sell setup, don't hesitate and use proper risk management. So if the price here gives you an indication that it will consolidate, then most likely we'll drop one more time towards this trend line. I advise you guys to risk small on this one and take profits as fast as possible, because this could become very messy. So if you want to find a trade in this one, wait for the price action to give you an indication of the next move, or you can wait for the correction here to finish, like I was saying, and then you can go with this bullish wave, which in my opinion is the best one to wait for. So I advise you guys basically to have a bit more patience and let this move unfold before waiting for a reaction somewhere around this level after this consolidation is over. So you can go with this buy setup, okay? So before we move on to EURUSD, I would like to invite you guys to hit that like button and also subscribe to our channel, and also hit the comment section below. And if you want us to go over another asset in the coming week, leave us your pair below in the comment section and we'll go over it in the next video. So like I was saying, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and also share it with your friends. And if you have any requests for any other asset, leave it in the comment section below and we'll take care of that, okay? So now let's move on to EURUSD. And as you know, EURUSD is the opposite of the DXY. And here we also have a trend line on EURUSD that we didn't reach, and I was expecting it to be reached sooner than later. So right now we had this move up here that broke this level. And the next thing that we need to wait for is a consolidation and let the price go back one more time, and then we'll analyze the price action to see if this will go down one more time, if it will engage into a deeper consolidation, or if this will continue to go up. But for that we have to wait a bit more here. The structure isn't ready as for now, so let it do whatever it is doing this week. Don't jump in any trades for now and let the structure unfold. For Pound USD last week, we were expecting the price to continue to drop, but at some point we were saying that this can't continue to go like this in a messy manner, and we'll need a consolidation here before making a future decision in the direction of the pound. So here we have two scenarios in play. We either get a consolidation, a sideways move for the coming week, and then another drop, or we'll continue to go up and take out this top here. But I want to show you guys something on the daily chart which will change your mind a bit. If you can compare these two waves here, the one that we are currently in, this up move, with this one, and if you take into consideration the fractal nature of the market, this could easily in the long term could be another aggressive push towards the downside. I'm not saying that this will break the low, but as you can see here, this impulse is pretty strong, so it needs to consolidate before moving back up. So what I'm trying to say here is that right now, if you go to the 4-hour time frame, I'm saying that we need to wait here for this consolidation to occur, and then we can make up our minds if we go with this sell or not, because this is very important here. We are at a critical level. The price went down pretty sharp, so it needs some liquidity to collect before pushing back down. So we have to wait for this consolidation to unfold. I want to advise you guys to trade this correction. We don't trade corrections at Financial Flagship. We only focus on the impulses on the swings. So let's wait for this correction to unfold, and then let's trade this swing towards the downside. So with that being said, let's move on to dollar yen. For dollar yen, last week I was expecting the price here to continue to go up, to make consolidations and then push the price back up before dropping into a deeper one. So for the coming week, I'm expecting here the dollar yen to push back up again, break the stop, and then we will see if we'll get a drop or not. But for now, no trades on the dollar yen. The direction is still towards the upside. The trend is pretty strong. So no signs of this one turning into a consolidation as for now. So we have to wait and see and take it step by step. And that means that if this here consolidates, this will break the top one more time and make a new higher high. For Australian dollar versus the US dollar, if you remember last week I was saying that the price will enter a consolidation phase and this could be pretty messy here. So as you can see, this rectangular area represents perfectly this correction. So for now I'm still expecting this one to continue to make messy moves and at some point to start to shoot up. This could also break the low, so as long as the price is still inside this area, we won't touch it. We'll let it break out one way or the other. So if this decides to break out towards the top and then gives us a consolidation, then maybe we will trade this move towards the upside. If not, let it do whatever it is doing, because this could have multiple scenarios as a structure, so this could become more complex. So for now, I'm still expecting this consolidation to finish, to break out to the top, and possibly hit this fair value gap level that I'm highlighting for you guys here. So this means that we can stay here for a while now, okay? So now let's move on to dollar CAD. And for dollar CAD last week, we were expecting the price here to make a consolidation and reach this level. If you want to check out our analysis, don't forget to check the link in the description below. We always post our previous analysis, so you guys have access to our previous analysis and our thought process. And as you can see, the price here consolidated as we expected, and then it started to shoot up. And as things stand for USDCAD, I'm expecting here a consolidation and one more move towards the upside next week. I don't know if this will break the top or not. We have to take it step by step because this move here is pretty messy, and we have to wait and see what happens next, because with every break of this top, with every small higher high inside this area, this could push back down again to make a deeper consolidation. And that's why we have to take it step by step. But for the next week, if we get here a consolidation like this, then it's safe to go with this buy towards the upside. Now let's head over to gold. Gold, as you can see, is continuing the downtrend here. We had a sharp drop on Friday. As you can see here, the price broke this low again, took out this low. We don't have any divergence on the MACD here, so this suggests that the trend is pretty strong towards the downside. In the long run, I'm expecting gold to get stronger, but this could take a while now because we have this strong move towards the upside, and we need here a consolidation before we go back up again. Okay, so as I was saying, we have no divergence on the MACD, so this indicates that the momentum is strong towards the downside. The bearish trend continues, and I'm expecting it to continue in the coming week. But first I will wait for a consolidation and then one more drop, and then we'll see what happens. Similar to USDCAD, we have to take it step by step. Every new lower low here could be the final one. So if you guys decide to trade this move towards the downside, be careful, don't risk big, and when it breaks the low, when it makes lower lows, take profits and wait for your next move, okay? For silver, last week we were expecting silver here to give us a sign towards the upside, but as you can see, the price continued to go down. It made here a sharp spike up and then another spike down. So as things stand, for silver, we expect next week small consolidation, one more drop, take out this liquidity from this level, and then we'll see if we go back up and take out the stops. In the long term, I'm expecting silver to hit the $30 level. So right now we are into a consolidation phase. So we have to be patient, don't over risk, don't jump in any stupid trades. We have to wait for our setups. So as long as the price here doesn't give you a sign towards the upside, no need to jump in without any setups. Okay, so let's wait for this move to occur. Let it take out this low, maybe go a bit lower than that, and then we will see if this will make an ending structure here to go to continue to go back up, or if it will go further on towards the downside. But for that, we have to wait and see what happens in the coming week. For crude oil, we were expecting last week the price to continue to make higher highs, but I was saying that I'm expecting a consolidation to occur soon. Even if that consolidation will start at the $100 level, I will not be interested in the buys until we get that move here that I'm drawing for you guys. So we'll be pretty sure that the trend will continue to go up and buy it at a cheaper price. So the way things are looking for oil, we have here a consolidation. As you can see, we got a new higher high, and the way the price is moving here is dropping a bit sharp. So if this here corrects next week, then most likely it will go back down. And because the trend is strong here, we only had this big consolidation, so I'm expecting something similar to this in the coming weeks. So we have to trade patiently, because this could develop into something more complex. The trend needs this structure here to continue towards the upside, so we have to wait patiently for this to unfold, and then we can go with our buy setups. Like I said last week as well, even if the price goes up from here and reaches the 100 level, I won't be interested in the buys. I'll wait for a deeper consolidation, because if that happens, then we have a great chance to buy it from a cheaper price. If I'll buy it from here, then the chances that I'm gonna be taken out will be pretty big, so we don't want that. Okay, so we have to wait for this structure to unfold, and when that happens, we'll wait for our buy setups. For natural gas, we were saying last week that the price could continue to increase, but in a messy manner. As you can see here, this structure is pretty messy, so it could continue to move like this for a while. It could continue to go down and then go back up here. On the long run, I'm expecting this one to start growing. You know, all the energy crisis that's all around Europe at the moment, and with the winter coming, I don't see this dropping from here. So most of the time they start to go big from this sort of movements, from slow movements that trap you guys thinking that these are consolidations to go down for one more time. But in fact, the price here builds up momentum, and at some point it will start to shoot up. So we have to wait and see here. Every move down could be a potential buy setup for you guys, so don't overrisk here, because the structure is very messy. You can see that even if you bought it here, for example, you could have been taken off for break even. So you have to have a lot of patience. If you want to trade it, you have to be very cautious, very patient, and wait for your best entry as possible. Don't jump in any trades. Wait for this structure to unfold. Let's see if this trend line here will be reached before going back up. We might have a parallel channel as well here in this area, and as you can see, the price could continue to bounce up and down inside this zone here. So my suggestion is to let the price drop a bit one more time. And if this looks like it will reach this trend line here, then look for buy setups, because this could continue to go up in a messy manner until it will shoot up eventually. Okay, so natural gas, it's messy, but overall I'm very bullish on this commodity. So let's wait and see. Now let's move on to the stock market and start off with S&P. For all the US indexes last week, we were expecting the price to continue to be bearish. So as you can see, the momentum continued in this week as well. In the coming week, we expect here a consolidation and more downside. We don't have divergence on the MACD here, as you can see. And we just have this trend line here that could be reached or may not be reached. We also have a gap here that might get filled before going back down. We have a lot of things to consider here. So if you get a setup at this level here, look for your sell setups. And if the price decides to go higher than that, let it reach this trend line and see if you get a reaction or not. Other than that, from a forecast point of view, I'm expecting the price here to correct at the beginning of the week or the first part of the week and then drop again. For NASDAQ, we were expecting last week, if you remember, the price to continue to go down and take out this low. And as you can see, the price did exactly as we expected it to do. And for the coming week, I'm expecting here a pullback, maybe reach this level here, this fair value gap area, and then drop one more time. It's a similar case like the S&P. We don't have divergence on the MACD, and this here could be a nice consolidation for another move up, but we have to wait and see for that. Next on the list here is consolidation and one more move towards the downside to take out this low again and even collect more liquidity from the past here. So wait for this consolidation to unfold, and then we'll update you later on. Don't forget that we have also a trend line here, which is pretty important. So if you decide to trade this one, wait for consolidation, use proper risk management, and go with the sell setup if you get a reaction at one of these two levels. For Dow Jones, last week we were expecting the bearish momentum to continue as well for all the US indexes, like I was saying. And in the coming week, I'm expecting here the price to make a consolidation and then one more push towards the upside. Here we don't have divergence as well, so it's pretty obvious that this one will correct, maybe make a consolidation similar to this one here, and then drop one more time and take out this low, making a new lower low here. So this is our expectation for the coming week for Dow Jones. We might not get this drop, we might only get this correction. The market will build up before dropping, so it might take a while. As you know, corrections take a longer time to unfold compared to an impulse, so we have to be patient with this one as well. For Nifty I was expecting last week the price to give us a sign here if it decides to go down or not. We are at an all-time high. We have some divergence here between these two tops, so this is a good sign that the market would take a breather and make a consolidation here and drop one more time. This is what I'm expecting for Nifty. I'm expecting this low to be taken out in the coming week, but first let's wait for this correction to unfold, okay? So be patient, don't jump in, don't rush the trade, let the trade come to you, and then you can make a decision based on all those factors and based on your strategy. Now let's go over to the crypto market and start off with Bitcoin. For Bitcoin last week, we were expecting the price to continue to move into a consolidation and eventually drop towards the $23,000 level. So the way things are looking right now, as you can see, we are in this range, in the middle of this range that I'm drawing at the moment. So like I was saying earlier, I think we were speaking about Australian dollar versus the US dollar. As long as the price is in this kind of a move, until it breaks out one way or the other, we'll let it do whatever it is doing, because this is messy here. It's like 50%, it's like gambling inside this area. You don't know for sure what will happen. So my expectations are that in the short term the price will drop towards the $23,000 level, maybe fill this fair value gap area, but we have to wait and see first. Or we can continue to go back up from here, developing into something more complex before going back down. But like I was saying, we have to wait and see here, because the price is in the middle of everything right now, so it's not safe to trade it. So let's focus on something else until then. But like I was saying, short term $23,000 level, medium term $34,000 towards the upside. But for that, I think we need to go one more time towards the downside, but I might be wrong with that. So we have to wait for this structure to unfold first and to see if we'll get that drop or not. For Ethereum, similar to Bitcoin last week, we were expecting the price here to make a consolidation, continue to move messy. We are in a similar rectangle like Bitcoin was. So until the price gets out of this level, I'm not expecting anything. But for me personally, I think this will drop again one more time at some point. But like I was saying, we have to take it step by step, because you don't know if this breaks above and consolidates. Then it has a great chance to go back up and break the $2,000 level. So like I was saying, for Bitcoin as well, short term I'm a bit bearish, but in the medium term I'm very bullish on the cryptos to make one more bullish wave towards the upside, and then we'll see what happens next, okay? So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed our video. I hope you find it helpful and to help you in the coming week if you guys will plan to make any trades. I hope you will use this as a guide, and don't forget that you can find the previous analysis in the video description below. And also, if you have any other requests for any other pairs, feel free to drop a comment below, and we'll take care of that in the coming week. So before we end the stream, don't forget to hit that like button, also subscribe to our channel, and if you can share it with your friends, that will be very helpful from you, and we'll deeply appreciate your effort. And until next week, stay safe and trade with care.